Hi there, and welcome to the screencast on significant figures. Oh boy, everybody loves these. Okay, this is a screencast in a series of screencasts on IB Physics. This is topic 1 on physics and physical measurement. In this screencast, we'll talk about the rules of significant figures and using significant figures with some mathematical operations. So let's get started. Well, significant figures, let's do just a quick example right here. Let's say we divide 4 by 3, and you can use your calculator for that if you like. But if you do, you get this. Your calculator says that. So that's the answer, right? Please do not do that. Okay, writing more digits does not make it more correct. In fact, you're going to get penalty for that in IB land. So what do we need to do? Well, IB forgives, right? You get to be within plus or minus one significant figure on your final answers. So if you wrote all this, it would definitely be wrong. But the question is, how many should you have and how many can you get away with? Well, we need to learn the rules. I'm not going to go over the rules for significant figures here in this screencast, but they're all over the internet and they're in your textbook, so they're they're everywhere, ubiquitous. All right, let's do an example. So if we need to look at the values we're actually calculating with. So for multiplying and dividing like we just did, we're going to find whichever value has the least number of significant figures. And then the answer will have that same number of significant figures. So in this case, 4 over 3, each of these has one significant figure, the 4 and the 3. So our answer should have one significant figure. So you may get this, but you really need to write that. Believe it or not, that's the best answer right there. Now, IB, if you write 1.3, well, that's two significant figures, which is within one of the correct response. So you would not be penalized for that. For adding and subtracting, you're going to look at the number of decimal places in the values you're adding and subtracting. The answer is going to have the same number of decimal places as the least of those, or the lesser of those if there are two. For example, if we add 2.4 and 0.56, well, if we do that, we should get 2.96, but if we notice, we only have one decimal place here, so our answer should only be to the 10th decimal place, so we need to write 3.0. Here's some practice. If you want to try and do these, you can pause your video. Okay, so let's go through the answers to these. Here you have 4.0 meters divided by 3.0. Each of these has two significant figures, so our answer should have two. So we should be able to write 1.3 meters here. For this one, well, you only have one significant figure here, so 4.0 seconds divided by 3 would just be 1 second. Likewise, if we have one significant figure here now, so we should have one significant figure in our answer. Here we would add these two, we would get 1.36, but we only have one decimal place here, so we should report the answer to be 1.4 centimeters. And down here, if we look, we multiply all these through. Just go ahead and multiply it through. Your calculator gives you that. Now look at how many significant figures you need to report this answer to, and we see we have 2 here, we got 3 here, and we have 1 here. So we should have one significant figure in our answer, so we should have this answer down here. Okay, that's a screencast on significant figures. Bye.